So not only do you have the dynamic of Cale leaving and the hurt feelings there, you have this guy coming on board that you'd spent basically every waking moment for the past 4 or 5 years trying to whoop, and him talking about you and you talking about him. And what was the reaction to Darrell Waltrip coming on board at first?
Disappointment.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And from my personal standpoint, I was disappointed because, number one, I did not like Darrell and his attitude. Number two, I thought there was somebody out there that was better than Darrell. And would have fit in better than what Darrell wound up than he was in my book at the beginning.
Yeah.
All right? I understand I'm saying also at the beginning. Because I knew Dale Earnhardt. I grew up watching him race. I'd known his dad, Ralph. They'd worked on our dirt cars. I mean, there was a lot of personal stuff that I would go, even when Cale was racing for us, I had a good rapport with Dale. We had a real unique moment in '79, for example. He was driving for Rod Osterlin. We were at Bristol, and it was raining. So, obviously, we weren't practicing. Came lunchtime, Dale comes over and said, "Hey, Hammond, you got a car?" I said, "No, why?" He said, "I was hoping you had a car. We'd run over to this Chinese joint down the road here and get something to eat." I said, "Well, hang on here a second. Let me see what Junior's got going on. Maybe we can use his car." And Junior had, big 78, 79 Impala, 4-door. That's what we used to drive back and forth to the racetrack. So he said, he said, "Yeah, if y'all want to use it, go ahead. Y'all just be careful." I said, "Okay." Didn't think nothing about it. Got the keys. Went back, told Earnhardt. I said, "Earnhardt." And I said, "Hey, Ironhead, I got keys. We gonna go?" He said, "Yeah, let's go." So me, Dale, Doug Richard, Lula Rosa. I'm trying to think now. There's one other boy. One other boy worked for Austin. Because I was in the front seat, gave Earnhardt the keys, which was not very smart on my part, but he knew where he was going and I didn't.
Yeah.
So we get in the car. We go to the Chinese restaurant, which is back over with us off now, 80, 81 over there. And we eat. No big deal. But the deal going over there, Earnhardt was doing his little bit of playing. And the place had some almost like road course type moments, going to Bristol, or something. I'm trying to say. It's curves, a lot of curves. So Earnhardt's sliding the Junior's car around and just cackling and carrying on like he always does. We ate and we got ready to go back. He said, "You drive." "Why you want me to drive?" He said, "I want you to drive. I want you to drive like I did going back to the racetrack, see if you can keep up with what I did." So, okay. I get goaded into it, and we're going through the mountains there, and I'm jacking it around a little bit. Come on, man, let it hang out a little bit. Let it hang out a little bit here. Let it hang out a little bit here. So we get up to, was basically a left turn, 90 degree, going back the road, goes straight back to the racetrack. And he said, "Picture in there. Come on, show me something. So I picture in there, and I'm sliding. Get in the gas. I get in the gas, and it's starting to come back around. All right, turn it back to left. And I got behind on the steering. Well, it comes around a little bit. Oh, now back right, and back left. Get up. Don't touch the brake. We get sideways, long story short, goes off the embankment. And we weren't going that fast, but I get it almost stopped, but it's still going faster than I could get it stopped. But I nose it off down the edge of the embankment into a creek.
Junior. Now, is this Junior's personal car or is this a loaner?
This is a dealer car. This is a dealer car, not Junior's personal. But,
okay, all right.
So I stick it over off the edge of the road and down in the creek. And Earnhardt's all up in the windshield. I'm hanging on the steering wheel, and these other guys, I heard them hollering in the back. And it went over fast enough that I believe it was Lula Rosa. He went up and actually hit the light, that the dome light and the roof.
Yeah.
And cut his head. he's bleeding. We're sticking down over in the deal, and we all start scrambling to get out, and we get out. And we're sitting there with the rear tires off the ground.
Now, is this the spring or the fall? At Bristol?
Spring.
Okay.
Because spring, still spring. And, I mean, 2 minutes after we crashed, all right, I'm looking, everything, I mean, doors open and shut, no big deal there. I don't see the front wheels wrinkled up or nothing. But we're stuck. What are we going to do? Didn't have cell phones. I didn't have cell phones now. And lo and behold, that intersection, Earnhardt looks and says, God damn, look what's coming. Local sheriff. Earnhardt, out of his mouth, just like he had planned it. Just remember, big white dog run out. Big white dog run out front. Big white dog run out in front of you. Okay, big white dog run out in front of us. Then what? He waves the policeman down, and he's over there talking to him. He comes back over to us, and especially to me. He says, just calm down. He bought the story, big white dog. He's going to take me back to track. I got 4-wheel drive pickup truck, and I got a chain in the back. He said, we'll get it took care of. All right. It seemed like it was all day. We waited and waited and waited, and fortunately it quit raining. So it was, but sitting there waiting. Here comes Earnhardt back, hooked the chain to it, 4-wheel drive, popped it right back out of there, no problem. The only thing that I'd done to the car, I had broke the right front headlamp, because that's back when I had this big steel bumpers and everything like that. And I had shoved the grill piece back a little bit. That was it. I'm sitting there thinking, oh, dear God, thank you. Get in the car. He said, I see you back at the track. So I'm running speed limit. Ain't doing no shenanigans. Get back to the racetrack and park the car in such a way Junior can't see the right front headlight on it. So, I mean, I know that I got to go tell him. Well, I start walking up to him. And first thing come out of Junior's mouth, what the hell did you do? Earnhardt could not wait when he got back to the track to tell him that I had wrecked it. Earnhardt
sold you out.
He did. He threw me under the bus and backed up to make sure he didn't miss. Yeah. But no, I told Junior, I said, this is what I did. He said, but don't you know not let that boy talk you into trouble? I said, nope. Guess not. So, I mean, I wound up paying to get the car fixed. But
so that was the spring of '79.
Yep.
At Bristol. Mm-hmm. And he goes on to win his first race that weekend.
Yep.
Really?
Yep. And because of that personal relationship, I mean, Dale and I, he spent nights at my house before him and Teresa got married.
Okay.
I knew the guy. Yeah. I knew he could drive. And I liked him. He was Dale, who was also a smartass and cocky. But he did it in a funny way. And Darrell, on the other hand, to me, was always sarcastic. And I always felt like when he was being a smart ass, he was being demeaning. And I'd seen some of the verbal exchanges between him and Cale. And Cale walked on water in my world. Darrell didn't.
Yeah.
And so him coming there and us not taking Dale Earnhardt, it hurt my feelings.
Was that something that had actually been discussed pretty seriously?
Pretty seriously. I mean, because, he wanted to come and drive, for Junior. And that had been brought up.
But he had a contract with Oster.
No, he was going to be where you could get him. All right. He was going to be available in 1981.
Okay.
All right. I actually went to Junior and asked him, I heard you're talking about taking Darrell. Why ain't you taking Earnhardt? He said, let me tell you something. He said, I've been around this sport a long time. Earnhardt hasn't crashed enough cars to be what I need.
Really?
I need somebody that needs the money, and he's learned by losing, and that's what Darrell had lost a couple of championships. 79, he lost that championship,
Yeah.
and 80 he come close again. Darrell's ready, Dale's not. Even though Earnhardt won the championship, he's not ready
Yeah.
to do what I need to do.